But let's go ahead and dive right into it. So the first thing that I want to touch base on is the fact that the rental market prices are going up like crazy right now, y'all. So a lot of people nationwide are actually getting priced out of their houses right now. They're getting priced out of their apartment. They're getting priced out of the place that they actually live. And that's, very, very concerning, obviously, because the government is only going to help so much in terms of like trying to help people. They recently ended the moratorium on foreclosures and evictions, and they also stopped those stimulus checks. People was getting those nice little stimulus checks coming in and stuff like that. All of that stuff is over with now. So a lot of people nationwide are getting priced out. I had an Uber driver out here in Las Vegas tell me that their rent went from like $1,600 to like $2,100 or something like that. So like $500 increase. Other people told me even more astronomical increases in terms of their rent prices. So they're literally having to move and uproot themselves and pay for moving costs and all of that good stuff because rent prices are going up like crazy. If I'm not mistaken, I saw somewhere that it's like an average of an 11% increase in rent prices. My rent went up more than 10%. So, like a lot of people's rent are going up. And if you can't afford it, unfortunately, that really kind of sucks for you right now. So the reason why I'm bringing this rental market situation up is because this definitely affects us investors. So for you all out there who have your own properties already, I know a lot of you all who watch my channel are actual investors already, and you're thinking like, okay, how can I get more properties? Well, if you've got properties right now, one thing you may want to do is go ahead and increase those rents like everyone else is doing nationwide. This is definitely the time. It's definitely justified. And if you're not raising those prices, you're just leaving money on the table, to be honest, just trying to be a nice person. At the end of the day, get your bag. So I would highly recommend increasing those rent prices right now if you are in the market. And also, if you're not in the market, but you're thinking about getting in, this could be a great time, especially if you're buying something small. You can rent it out and you can make a good amount of profit right now because rental prices are really, really high. Also, this can affect us as wholesalers because that's making our product, if you will, a lot more desirable right now. People want these properties, and inventory right now is at an all-time low. Okay, so if you're coming across these properties, people are going to want to buy them. Not just fix and flippers, but people who want to rent properties as well are thirsty to get some wholesale deals. They're trying to buy it for the low, rent it for the high. Okay, and obviously probably do the Burr method and be able to buy, rent, rehab, refinance, so on and so forth. Y'all know the Burr method. Okay, so that's why I wanted to kind of talk about this rental price increase. So if you hear a lot of tenants talking about it and stuff like that, this is the reason why. It's going to make a big difference in how much money or how much people can afford in general. Right now I'm hearing a lot of people, excuse me, lately, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about there may be a recession coming soon, like an economic recession coming up here soon. Now, if that is the case, then that's going to cause a lot of people to have a lot less money to work with than what they had before. That's going to cause a lot of people to start cutting back on discretionary spending. But not to mention, it can also start causing people to want to sell their houses so they can get access to liquid capital immediately. So if a recession does happen, expect for a lot more homes to end up on the market coming up here soon at a discount price. So, and like that's gonna, to me, that means once the recession comes, like, so prices right now are kind of going up, because we have very little inventory. Once a recession happens, inventory should start going up, which means that prices should start to naturally come down, supply and demand, okay? So if that's the case, coming up here soon, if we actually do have a recession, is going to be the perfect time to actually be trying to buy properties, as well as the perfect time to be trying to get into this wholesale space so you can actually lock up some of these discount properties and sell them off to some interested investors, okay? I think this is going to be super, super important. Don't miss out on this opportunity right now. All right, so that's kind of like the first thing that I wanted to touch base on, this rental market situation. I personally think it's going to get a little intense. All right, so let's see what the next topic is that we're going to be talking about. All right, so The next thing that I want to talk about is the reason why I'm considering getting into mobile home investing. Now, I personally believe that mobile homes are really where it's at. It's going to be where it's at for quite a little bit of time as well. And the reason being, and this is one of the smartest things that I've heard. I was watching this little documentary on Vice earlier today or whatever. That's what kind of sparked this conversation for the podcast. But basically, with mobile homes, like I said, rent prices are going up, right? So with mobile homes, you have what they call lot rents. So you may own your mobile home itself, but you still have to pay for the lot or basically the land that your property is on, that the mobile home is on, right? So these lot rents are actually going up astronomically around the nation. Like historically, like a lot rent was like $200-$300, something like that, super cheap. So if you had a mobile home, you're only paying $200-$300 a month just to pay that lot rent. That's not that bad. However, those lot rents are going up astronomically. I don't even know out here in Las Vegas, some of the lot rents are like $750, $800, $900 just for lot rent. And other more rural areas, you've got lot increases going from like, it was $250, now it's $416, things like that. So these lot prices are going up. And let's say, you own all of them. Let's say, for instance, you go out and you buy an entire mobile home park. Well, guess what? You can raise the rents on everybody. Hey, look, we're doing a 22% rent increase on everybody in this lot. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, y'all gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. We gotta increase the rents to actually be able to improve the actual mobile home park so we can, justify these rent increases. But everyone gets better amenities. Maybe we throw a park up in there. Maybe we put some benches for like buses or whatever it may be. We're gonna beautify the place. We're gonna make it a better place to live for the people who actually stay there. Therefore, we're gonna increase those rents. Anyway, long story short, the reason why I'm thinking about getting into mobile homes is because basically if people can't afford to pay for the lot, then they can go and we can move somebody else up in there. So, but like increasing those rents on those mobile homes, to me, they can't really leave. So they have to kind of pay because it's very expensive to move a mobile home. It could be thousands of dollars. At the same time though, other mobile home park owners may be willing to pay for people to relocate their mobile home to their park. So these people do have options. I'm not saying like, I want to go out here and start screwing over mobile home owners or anything like that. But at the same time, I think that it's a great opportunity right now and something that not a lot of people are really talking about. The difference between doing a mobile home wholesale deal versus doing a traditional wholesale deal is that instead of going to a title company to exchange ownership of the property, you're basically going to be going to the DMV or wherever you go to get your license. That's where you're going to be going to exchange the ownership of the mobile home. So it's pretty simple, and actually it happens significantly faster versus going to title companies and actually having to go through the whole process and things like that. Granted, it's kind of like a niche. You need to know what you're doing. You can't just get out here willy-nilly and think that you're going to be hitting home runs all day doing mobile homes. You have to actually have some type of knowledge of what you're doing, right? But if you get knowledgeable out here, I personally think that mobile homes, it's where it's at. And that could be a really not as tapped into market. When I see people like, what's his name? Warren Buffett. When I see people like Warren Buffett becoming one of the biggest mobile home owners in America, that's making me think like, it's a reason why he's doing what he's doing. Let me check it out. Let me see what's going on. Let me see how I can capitalize on this opportunity. So for you all that's watching this, I know 90-something% of y'all ain't going to do anything with that knowledge. But if you're watching this, think about it. It's untapped territory right there. Not a lot of people are actually diving into it. You may want to consider it.